first year at Plant High School, and I've been active in this youth group for about a year and a half. This summer, I've been able to glimpse some of this God reality that Luke talks about in the passage that Sarah just read for us. 2 weeks ago, myself and 26 friends flew home from a week of mission work in Leon, Nicaragua. Nicaragua is the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. 75% of the population lives on less than $2 a day. When you visit a third world country like this, you experience a profound and new feeling. You look around and it dawns on you in an overwhelming and heartbreaking way how blessed you are for basic things, like an education, purified water, air conditioning, to more extravagant things like hot showers, Honey Nut Cheerios, toothpaste, and brownies. Every day, we face poverty that we'd only heard of before, in statistics or in films. We led Bible schools and worked construction in some of the poorest slums in the area. In these neighborhoods called barrios, homes are constructed out of sheet metal and scrap wood, black garbage bags, and whatever a family can salvage. The dirt roads are littered on either side of trash, potholes, and standing water. The author Aldous Huxley once said, "Most human beings have an absolute and infinite capacity for taking things for granted." And I know personally that's completely true. I'm so surrounded by possessions, so enveloped in materialism. I get caught up and don't remember to thank God for the breath in my lungs, the roof over my head, and the safe community that I live in. But the Nicaraguans that I encountered appreciated everything they have, even though they have very little. Prior to the trip, I had heard from other people about the joy you see in children when you visit countries like this. But I highly doubted that I would observe this joy in the places we were going to be working. I braced myself for the sad and downtrodden young ones that we were sure to meet, but my expectations were blown away with these adorable preschoolers. They displayed genuine happiness as they made bracelets, colored, and kicked around soccer balls. They didn't complain about stuffy classrooms or lack thereof, things that I definitely would be grumbling about. They radiated the God-given joy that had been described to me. You could see it in their eyes. Above everything else, I learned from the children that we met how to be grateful. They have such a clear grasp on what's important in life and what's not. They aren't preoccupied with getting, and they respond to God's giving with sincere thankfulness. Each afternoon, following lunch, the whole team would ride out on the bus to the Carlos Fonseca Barrio. We were working on a construction site to build a community center that included a schoolhouse and a clinic for the people of that particular neighborhood. It was rewarding to see the building come along because we had met the children that would be attending school within its walls. These children met out under the harsh sun every day around tables in the middle of the road. Some of the kids would come and hang out at the site with us as we worked. They would entertain us, giggle with us, and sing with us. What impressed me most, though, was that by Thursday morning, the boys were jumping in our brick passing line. They were lending a helping hand, even after a full morning class out in the heat. Coming from a country where education isn't as precious and high school dropouts aren't that uncommon, it was meaningful to see how these boys desired to complete their school building, to attain that education that could provide them with more opportunity. At one particular school we visited, El Jardincito, or the Little Garden, we met an inspiring servant of God named Ramona. Ramona is the single teacher of many students. She teaches without pay to 40 preschoolers in the morning, tutors to older children in the afternoons, and instructs night classes for adults. She's been at it for 8 long years. Her motivation originated after she lost her 18-year-old son in the Nicaraguan Revolution. I cannot articulate the way the children looked up to Ramona, respected her, and hung on to her every word. Her grandmotherly personality and evident caring for her work and each individual student was touching. She held the true heart of a servant. She lived in a reality only God can provide. Living in this passion, in community, in love, in gratefulness, in servanthood, there's only one feeling that I think compares. You see, in June, I went on a separate trip. backpacking on a small section of the Appalachian Trail. I myself have been on excursions of this sort on numerous occasions with my family. But no matter how much you prepare for the trip, there will always be some mountains that are challenging to climb with all your belongings on your back. Some mountains that are grueling to descend with all of that weight. For those of you that have been hiking before, you will understand. There is this release that you feel as you peel off your boots for the first time. Sit down and take a break. Stand still and let the breeze sweep over your face. Drink a refreshing gulp of water. There is no feeling like reaching the peak of that one particular torturing mountain and taking off that 30 or 40 pound backpack. Taking that huge burden from sitting on your shoulders. In that instant, the whole world is yours and you can breathe again. I imagine that living in God reality gives you this exact same feeling. The release of taking a huge burden off of your shoulders, of finding what real living means. I don't think Ramona had been revealed any secret. I don't think that all the smiling Nicaraguan children knew a special formula. I believe they simply responded to what God had given them. Ramona simply responded to the talents God had given her, and we can respond to what God has given to us. I challenge each of you to steep yourself in God reality. Don't be preoccupied with giving, but instead respond to God's giving. We don't need to fuss over the little material things. We know God and how He works. Let's live in reality, God's reality. Will you pray? Father God, thank you for each and every person this morning. Thank you for this church and the Christian community that dwells here. A community so willing to let youth like myself speak. Thank you for this opportunity. God, help us to all live according to your reality. Help us to love. Help us to be grateful. Help us to serve in your name. Let us not get clouded by the things of this world, all the fluff, the extras. Help us stay focused on you and what you have in store for our lives. We love you so much, and it's in your name we pray.